Please don't do anything like this at home. If
Thank
you
you.
struggle with any kind of addiction, seek
Applause.
professional help.
Thank
And if you
you.
need someone
This is just
Thank you.
such a necessary part of this video right here.
Thank you for this. Wow.
to talk to, you can just message me and we can talk.
What? Hold on. What the f are you talking
What are you
about?
saying?
That's creepy as dude. If you have issues with drug abuse, you can message this guy.
Message Bing Bong on Discord.
What? This is our new favorite guy, Bim Bom. Okay, he's a really good YouTuber.
Oh, yeah.
I love this guy a lot. Okay, he made a really good video, and we're gonna watch it right now and see if Internet Anarchist is really deserving of all of this hate. Let's play it right now.
Videos about downfalls, creeps, and predators. This is Internet Anarchist, but the real Internet Anarchist might be a creep, drug trafficker, and s***bed himself.
Do y'all think a heroin would work? Fish in their vags. That's what Internet Anarchist is saying. This is crazy.
Okay.
Himself. You may know him as Internet Anarchist, but people on one Discord server know him as Sosa. Internet Anarchist joined the Thailand Discord server on August 14, 2022, a few months after his previous visit to Thailand. While still in Australia, he started planning his escape from the country.
What the f is this, man?
I love that description.
After he visited Thailand, he started planning his escape from the country. What? How do you know this? And what is this narrative building?
Yeah, as if
Planning
he's
his escape?
fleeing. I don't know.
Hold on now. This is going to get crazy.
Visit to Thailand. While still in Australia, he started planning his escape from the country, where he apparently couldn't satisfy his sexual desires.
Whoa, buddy.
Okay.
Okay. He couldn't satisfy his sexual desires.
I like how they have here on the screen plan of the anarchist. At the bottom of the screen right there.
Oh, man. This is what I'm telling you guys, all right? Bim Bom is off to a brilliant start. You know, as a YouTube analyst, one thing you're supposed to do is have an amazing hook on your videos so that you make people watch the whole thing. Phenomenal A+ hook right here. Let's see where this goes next.
Before moving to Thailand, he used a dating site called Thai Friendly. I just signed up for Thai Friendly and just had heaps of middle-aged Thai ladies trying to hit on me within minutes.
Within minutes.
Within minutes. All this female attention, man.
Dude, but does he want that? Does he want the middle age? Or is this video going to say, no, 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 you're going to Thailand where the age of consent is 9? Is that what this video is going to say?
It might get into that.
All right,
Also,
well,
I have no
let's
idea.
figure it out. Let's see if that's what the narrative that we're building here is.
And shortly before moving to Thailand, I set my Tinder location to Thailand, and there has been some sus accounts. He wasn't even in the country yet, but all he could think about were local Thai girls.
Okay, dude. Was that really?
We showed 2 messages, and he's like, he was fucking gooning every second of the day.
He couldn't handle himself. He couldn't
just-
stop. What the fuck is... What is this narrative building so far? All they could be thinking about is their women.
What
How do you know
pussy.
that?
Yeah,
what if he's thinking about other things? I don't know. I mean,
could be, but we don't. From 2 messages? Come on now.
so we're poisoning the fuck out of this well, just pissing all over it, vomiting into it, just destroying this well. All right, that Internet Anarchist was just a lustful, fucking craving, fucking degenerate. That he was just the top fucking gooner. He had to go to Thailand.
And also, like the message you just showed, like I signed up for Thailand Instagram. There were some sus accounts. That doesn't even sound like a Coomer message. It sounds like there's some weird like fake accounts on here.
Almost like he's concerned, like, hey, maybe some of these accounts are like victims or.
It also just sounds like a normal. It sounds like a normal conversation that you just have with someone. Not like I could not wait till I could fucking explode in Thailand. It's just like I got Tinder. There's some weird accounts on there.
Yeah.
Has this guy ever had a conversation with another man?
Listen, all right. Trust Bim Bom. He's gonna expose the truth about Internet Anarchist. Okay.
Yeah.
Don't forget to subscribe to this channel because next I will expose another YouTuber with 1 million plus subscribers and hundreds of millions of views.
What?
Holy shit.
Video number 1, his pitch for you to subscribe is he's like, next, I've got an even bigger target on my fucking radar.
What the fuck?
Why do you put like Mexican
I was gonna
music?
say, why is it like fucking Mexican like fucking music in the back
in the background,
there?
it's like, what is it? What is the term where they change
like mariachi music?
Mariachi music in the background. Okay.
What the fuck is he playing, dude?
All
okay,
right.
well, listen, you gotta wait. Pro tip, dude, you gotta fucking sell me in the first story before you show me up with the next one, because now he just looks like an asshole.
Yeah.
Now he just looks like a clout-hungry retard where he's just like, every video I expose people.
Yeah.
Look at the thumbnail of this video, by the way. Okay? If you're wondering why this video was made, This is all Dogpack 404's
Does this
fault.
remind you of a certain thumbnail here with the picture in the center and the weird little stuff? I mean, it looks a lot like the Mr. Beast one.
And he puts sex pet in the thumbnail there.
What does that even mean? Is that a term? I don't know.
That's a term. It's a real. I just googled it. Okay, it's a somebody who seeks sexual relationships, either short term or long term. That's it.
So it's just a dumb way of saying sex pest?
Yeah, I think it's sex pest, but it's like you target women from other countries. So he's
okay,
like
it's a
fetishizing
international sex pest.
He's fetishizing Thailandese women.
I think it's just Thai women.
Thai women. Okay,
Yeah.
he's just lusting after them in an insatiable way.
On January 28, 2023, he moved from Australia to Thailand. Yesterday, I took the biggest leap of faith in my life. I flew on a one-way ticket from my comfortable home in Australia all the way to Thailand. Follow your dreams. Tell me,
What were his dreams?
I don't know.
What kind of twisted, sick sexual dreams could he possibly be having? Let's find out.
Internet Anarchist, what do you mean by your dreams? You mean
He's
like
asking for real.
taking drugs and create your own harem?
What?
What the fuck is this video?
That sentence structure just gave me
You mean-
fucking downs.
Yeah, that's
Taking
the whole
drugs and create your own harem?
thing. What the fuck is going on, bro? Dude, this is crazy.
Later on, his Discord friend, a 31-year-old man who is attracted to
Okay.
South
So this is his friend, okay? Now, no evidence supplied that this is his friend yet. And
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he says, like, hold on, let me pull up. Internet Anarchist responded to a little bit of this in Lyrics' chat from last night on the RFC after show or the RFC waiting room show.
Lyrics stream?
Yeah.
Okay, wow. Amazing.
And
Good
he
shit on.
says, how is this man my friend? I have no idea who he is. Random guy in the server of Thailand.
So just for context, this guy's just making this up, that this guy's
We
a
don't
friend.
know if this guy and Internet Anarchist are friends. We have no evidence.
Okay.
And he says, I don't think age matters at all. I was hit on by like girls age 16 and I'm 31 now. So this guy's obviously like a fucking pedo.
Yeah, he's
Right.
interested in young girls, obviously.
Very young, and he's got to die. And Internet Anarchist is allegedly friends with him, according to this video.
Yeah.
own harem. Later on, his Discord friend, a 31-year-old man who is attracted to cupcake-year-old girls and who informed the Discord server that the age of consent in the Philippines was raised from 12 to 7.
Whoa. Why does he censor the ages?
I don't know, 12? You can't say the word 12?
You can't say the word 12 or 16. You have to censor that? Okay.
I don't... Okay.
What the fuck?
This man asked Internet Anarchist what his YouTube channel was. Keep in mind that Internet Anarchist knew this man was attracted to cupcake girls.
How do we know that? Wait,
Talking with-
keep in mind he knew this guy was attracted to underage girls. Where was the evidence of that? Did I miss it?
Yeah, look, I don't want this to come off as like just a giant fucking sweep for Internet Anarchist or whatever, right? But like, if there's any evidence that he knew this person, by all means, please show it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm actually asking, did we just miss that? He just said, keep in mind, he knew.
But yeah,
Where-
like
what
I'm
did I
operating
just see?
under a fucking, innocent till proven guilty mindset. So
Yeah.
it's like, if you're not going to fucking show the evidence that he knew this guy, he knew about his deep sexual cravings for, young girls,
Right.
then, how the fuck am I, what am I just supposed to take Bing Bong's word for it? Why?
Yeah, I don't...
This guy who just made one video on his channel, I'm supposed to just trust him?
Yeah,
No.
I've not seen shit. I don't...
Yeah.
with him, liking his comments and so on. And he remains a member to this day. After this PDF file person asked what his YouTube channel is, Sosa introduced himself for the first time as Internet Anarchist. Also, he said that his YouTube channel is linked to his Discord, which it is. Later on, Internet Anarchist showed his upgraded setup, where he was working on one of his videos, how Penguin destroyed Psycho Vegan Bodybuilder. Then he got
Psycho-vegan
to what seemed
bodybuilder.
like the most important part for him, women.
From checking
Wow.
Okay.
I mean, is there anything wrong with that so far? Like, what? So what if he goes to fucking Thailand, right? And he enjoys their local women.
Yeah.
Is that as long as they're overage, right? Like, what the fuck is?
Well,
like,
he's also like 21, right? So if he's going there and having sex with 18, 19-year-olds, it's a 21-year-old.
yeah, I mean, obviously it's degenerate, right?
Of course,
but
no shit.
I don't think this guy is some like trad Christian or something like that,
Yeah,
right?
we're not like exposing like
yeah.
some right-wing influencer like Matt Walsh for flying to Thailand. Then it's like, okay, well,
Yeah, that would be crazy if it was like some like conservative influencer or whatever,
Yeah.
right? You've got a young guy in his like 20s, big rich YouTuber. He goes to Thailand. He enjoys their local women. Just that basis on its own what's the fucking crime here being committed other than just general degeneracy?
And I mean, you can criticize if you're the type to criticize degeneracy, you can say you probably shouldn't be partaking in that.
Obviously, yeah, you
or
shouldn't.
It's dangerous,
but
too.
I don't think any of the people criticizing it, like, are they coming at it from like a religious Christian perspective, right? Or are they just saying like, hey, he has obviously deeper, darker desires? But look, we're 2 minutes in. Maybe he explains that. I don't know.
In the mountains of Thailand.
Mind you, a lot of girls here are very promiscuous. Thai girls were pretty interested in my blonde hair when I was there a couple months ago. Mind you, it was Bangla Road. LOL. Out of all places in a beautiful country like Thailand, Internet Anarchist visited Bangla Road in Patong, a well-known street for adult entertainment.
Whoa. Okay, so now this is where it goes dark, I guess. What kind of entertainment does he find here?
I don't know. I have no idea. I've never been to Thailand.
Yeah.
Where nasty foreigners go to exploit Thai girls. One of the things that he confessed to was visiting ping pong show. I visited ping pong show on Bangla. It was fucked up. It was fine. All I had to do was buy a pricey drink. The show felt uncomfy though. Chicks with birds and fish in their bags.
Okay, so yeah, what is a ping pong show?
So from the little bit, when we were skimming over this, we saw this part. The little bit that I know about it, I'm not an expert, right? I just learned about this today, is apparently it's some sort of show where they, like, women push stuff out of them, right? Out of their genitals.
Out of their pussies.
Yeah, and so I guess what Internet Anarchist here is describing is that they had birds and fish that they were putting in there and pushing out of there.
This sounds like demonic.
I don't know. It's obviously pretty deranged, but
now see, this is where you're entering like territory where it's like, okay, these women 1,000,000% have to be like trafficked or something.
There's no way that they're just
because this isn't just like
this.
Regular like sort of sex work or something like, or just like typical like, you know, this is like crazy fucking shit.
Yeah,
you know?
It's not just hooking up with someone or now it's like pushing stuff out of your genitals. Now, the context of these messages, though, is that it seems like Internet Anarchist didn't willingly go to this. Like he wasn't flying to Thailand to come to a ping pong show.
What do you mean didn't willingly go to?
Well, like
that sounds like coke.
As in, like he didn't like fly out there with the goal of doing it. He was kind of like pushed into doing it by local women, and then he showed up and he didn't leave.
Local women?
Yeah, like there's the full text.
So do they have like women that like are just like
they're
standing
like, come
on the street?
You should
like,
come inside. Yeah,
okay.
And so he went inside. He was told it was free. He bought a drink. He describes it as uncomfortable. But he doesn't leave though, which is kind of like,
why would you not? Why would you not leave when this
situation is happening? But that's the context of the messages, from what I understand. That's what I see.
All right.
So
razor blades too. For
Internet Anarchist says he did leave in the chat.
He did leave. Oh, okay. Well, I heard he like stayed there or something.
Yeah, I saw the messages.
Isn't there a Discord message where he's like, I was here.
I couldn't look away
or something.
Yeah, he's like, I couldn't look away. So
I don't know. Maybe he can call in, or maybe he already explained that on Chud. We'll watch his convo with Chud. But yeah.
Chicks with birds and fish in their bags. Razor blades too. For those who don't know what ping pong shows are, they are extreme performances where women, often from poor families in Thailand, insert razor blades, live animals like fish, birds, and other objects in their intimate parts. And this is one of the disturbing activities that the Internet Anarchist came to Thailand for.
See, he came to Thailand for this, like the narrative, building.
Oh yeah, like I don't know if that's true.
Yeah,
that's what I mean. Like the narrative's a little bit like I don't think he was.
It's like he moved to this country
can't wait for a ping pong
to
show.
see the craziest shit imaginable.
Yeah, I don't know if that's true, but
yeah, I don't know, man. See, this is the thing that's the most crazy part to me about this whole story is that Internet Anarchist is in a server talking about the shit on his like verified main account. You know?
Technically it's an alt account, but he did mention that it was.
But it's like it's not alt because it has this shit linked.
Yeah,
to
he did mention that's him directly. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's like talking about this publicly as him. That to me is like the craziest part of this whole story. It's like, why are you like? It's like if I was like AugieRFC and I'm in some like sex server or something. I'm like, dude, this is too far, guys. Like I just went to something. Yeah. He says in chat, I was describing how shocking it was. Oh, okay.
Anarchist said it felt uncomfy. His mind did not allow him to leave. It was uncomfortable to watch. You couldn't look away though.
You're gonna look away though. Why? What the fuck is he saying that?
Then they fucked too hot and cold by Katy Perry. He continued to enjoy this nasty performance, even though these girls might be victims of sex trafficking. As Thailand ranks.
What he's saying is that I guess when he's saying he leaves in the chat, but there's still enough time that he watched something to do with razor blades, something to do with live animals, and then sex to Hot and Cold by Katy Perry, which is at least like multiple different like transitions of content that you're watching.
Well,
right?
how long was he there?
Yeah, like that's what I'm curious. Now, obviously, we're kind of, it seems like nitpicky, but at the same time, it is like,
Yeah, well, I don't want to just be like, we're watching this video, we're just trashing it because like immediately we just default to his side or whatever, right?
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, it's like, okay, so you're at like a crazy level fucking show, right?
Yeah.
And one thing I want to know is like, so I don't know much, obviously I don't know very much of anything about Thai culture or like the dynamics of like traveling to Thailand, you know, all this crazy shit. I mean, obviously I know about like ladyboy memes and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
But I don't really know deeply, you know. But if I was planning to like live there and travel there, I probably would know about this stuff, right? Just through, you know, basic levels of like research and just understanding this country that I moved to, right? So, you know, maybe he walked into this crazy fucking show, right? And he had no idea what he was like, you know,
like walking into,
or something, right? But I feel like you would know about things like this happening if you're researching this country and you also like are planning to move to this country, live here. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He says I responded to this on Chud Stream, so I guess our questions will be answered.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
People in chat are saying this is worse than Nux. Is that true? I mean, if
they're underage.
If they're underage, then yeah, right?
Well, because it's real versus like, but we don't know that.
All right, let's keep going. Let's understand what's going on here.
Second out of 188 countries for 2 consecutive years in the US Department of State's 2023 Trafficking in Persons report. Anarchist, did you even care that these girls might be victims of sex trafficking? I mean, these girls in ping pong show, in massage shops, on the street, that give you so much attention. Did you even care about it? Because it seemed like you didn't care. You were just yapping about it to your friends on Discord. Another thing that seemed...
Well, he seemed to be at least a little bit disturbed, unless it's just total cope, right?
He did seem to be a bit disturbed by it. He was like, this is very strange and uncomfortable.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's a valid question for Bing Bomb to ask, though, unironically, right? Like, you weren't sussed out quickly or something.
Right, you weren't like, I can't go back to Thailand.
What's going on here? But, I mean, how old was Anarchist when this happened? Wasn't he,
was like 21 or something?
He was like 20, 21, something
or
like that.
Or even like 20 maybe.
Yeah.
Because it was 2 years ago, so he was also young.
Mm-hmm.
And that's another thing, too, is like, again, as I said earlier, going somewhere to hook up with 18, 19-year-olds when you're 20, I mean, who cares?
Exactly.
That's like,
it's not, people are bringing up like,
normal.
this is like a stereotype with like older men, like people are like 40, 50 or something will go to Thailand, like fuck children basically.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, he says 18, 19, because this was 2 years ago. So I think he's 20, 21 now.
Oh, really?
So back then, 2 years ago, he was 18, 19.
Damn, okay, that's crazy. I thought he was like more like my age or like older. That's crazy.
So he's very young in these messages too. That's another thing to keep in mind, I guess. If he's like,
well, then I can buy that he might just be like naive or something.
Yeah, he just walks in somewhere,
walking around, and then he's like,
a bunch of women are like, "Come to the show, come to the show."
Where the fuck did I just end
Let's
up
watch.
in?
Yeah, and then you're like, "Holy fuck!" And then you talk, but yeah.
And here's the thing, right? Like, so let's say you do walk into like one of these crazy things, right? And you don't leave immediately. Does that mean that you're like instantly fucking gay or whatever, right? If you don't immediately leave, you might just be like, "What the fuck am I looking at?" You know, like just, I don't know. I can buy that, but let's keep going.
Seems to fascinate Internet Anarchist about Thailand, besides the girls. Coming from a Western country, it amazes me how many people are not fat.
I mean,
let's go.
W. I mean, kind of a W actually.
Yeah.
Internet Anarchist.
Why did you even read that?
Wait, what was the context?
Yeah, why did Bing Bong even think that was important to read?
Internet Anarchist about Thailand, besides the girls. Coming from a Western country, it amazes me how many people are not fat.
Okay.
Internet Anarchist mentioned that he enjoys massages. Thai oil, my favorite. All the massage ladies were full grabbing me, trying to get me in. You need to know that these shops that he is talking about, where ladies are too friendly, they will not just give you massage. They might offer you also happy ending.
Whoa!
Holy shit!
I like you had to explain that. Like it wasn't completely.
That was so obvious.
Yeah.
Wait.
What? Wait. No way, dude.
I didn't know this was a thing.
Oh my god, bro.
As he previously said, Thai girls were pretty interested in his blonde hair when he was on Bangla Road. Maybe he thought that he is very handsome, but most...
Why? Oh my god! We're like speculating on Internet Anarchist's like thoughts. Like he probably thought he was a cool little sexy little boy.
Yeah, he probably thought
he could.
What's the point of bringing that up? That he thought he could like take advantage of them more easily because he's like a white Aryan Chad or something. Like, is that the argument being made?
I guess
it's just hilarious.
Most likely, those girls were just trying to get a customer, as required by their pimp.
Well,
do you all think harem would work in Thailand? It seems like Internet Anarchist wants to have a harem of Thai ladies.
Whoa, wait a minute now. Okay, hold on. Do y'all think a harem would work in Thailand? Now, wait a minute. Okay, now we're getting crazy.
Well, is this just sexual degenerate? I mean, is this just degenerate?
Well, it's all degenerate, right?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, even getting a massage here. The thing is like, okay, so if you go to this country, are you just supposed to automatically assume that everyone there is like a sex traffic victim?
Pedophile? Oh, victim. Oh, you mean like every woman
they're
you
like,
come across?
slaves basically, right? I guess you probably should, right? Or is that crazy? Because I mean, there's like there's like the adult industry, and then there's like sex trafficking,
yeah.
Right? Are you just supposed to assume out of safety? I mean, probably, right?
Probably just to be safe.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you do it and you never,
especially in Thailand, which is a country that has like more of a prevalent problem with this shit because of how unstable I assume their government is.
Yeah,
probably.
I'd assume the most like hardcore criticism you could get to him is the equivalent of like James Charles, right? Remember when James Charles is like flirting with a bunch of people but not asking their age, right? So it's like, was he talking to people and doing things with people underage? Charles, like flirting with them? Maybe. But was he openly trying to reach out to people who are underage?
Yeah.
No.
Well,
right?
I mean, here's the problem with the James Charles comparison, though, is like you're forgetting that James Charles had this happen with like 30 guys.
Well, yeah, but when you're in Thailand, there's like hundreds of women around you at all times. That's what I mean.
Yeah, but James Charles, we all agree that he's like a creep just based on the number alone. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah.
I feel like James Charles, when it happened like once or twice, maybe he could use that argument. But when it happened like 30 consecutive times in a row, that argument died. Like even Keemstar stopped defending him.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I feel like with James Charles, like you can't just.
That's what I mean. I feel like that's the most hardcore you could give is like he's just being careless.
Well, no,
reckless.
he's 1,000,000% being careless.
Yeah.
The question is like, does he belong? Should he die or go to jail? Or something like
right.
that, right? Because that's kind of what this video is basically getting at. Is that this guy is like just totally fucking, just like he doesn't give a fuck, basically, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know. Let's keep watching.
These are just throwaway words in a Discord. Who cares? Yeah, that's another thing to consider. Is it's just like talking to people. Does that really mean these are your like intentions, or is it like? Is it too much to analyze it? Like, is this guy doing too much by like saying like when he asks, "Do you think a harem would work?" That means like
immediately
he is fantasizing about having multiple underage,
yeah, underage specifically,
multiple underage women to fuck.
Oh my god.
No, David Bond tried, and he avoided Thailand for a couple of reasons. For those of you who don't know, David Bond is one of those losers who goes to the third world.
It's one of those what?
I have no idea what he said
I'm
there.
assuming he said the N-word.
Okay. Okay.
For those of you who don't know, David Bond is one of those losers who goes to the third world countries and exploit local women. So someone like David Bond is an inspiration for Internet Anarchist. This tells you a lot of what kind of a person Internet Anarchist is.
Wait, is David Bond like a streamer?
I have no idea who this guy is.
I don't know either.
Yeah,
so he
they
didn't
just showed a couple
properly
clips.
explain that enough. Is David Bond like a pedophile, or is he just like a streamer like that? Just
he censored loser.
Gets a lot of action. He censored loser.
I don't know. I feel like he looks like a streamer, but I guess he's a streamer who gets a lot of women in Thailand.
Well, obviously that would be an inspiration for him, right? Like, is that shocking?
Well, also.
What did David Bond do that's bad? That's what I want.
Well, has he gone with underage people, or is he like a?
Yeah, has he done something?
Or I guess maybe he participates in the sex trafficking. Is the criticism?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Set my Tinder location to Thailand, and there has been some sus accounts. 3 weeks before moving to Thailand, he was already trying to find a girl or girls to satisfy his dirty mind.
Okay, really?
I love this so much. The way that he describes it in like the most like Indian way possible.
He's trying to find a girl to satisfy his dirty mind.
Every day, once he would be in Thailand. What's the oldest you'll go?
Whoa! Okay, hold on now. What's the oldest you'll go?
With this weird question that Internet Anarchist asked his friends, he was probably doing some kind of a research for his harem that he wants to create in Thailand, so he can follow David Bond in his sexual fantasies.
Okay, well, now we're okay. The message was sus, and then he just went like way off the deep end. He was probably thinking about fucking making a harem so he could follow David Bond's footsteps in his deranged sexual fantasies. It's like, okay, let's talk about this message. Let's calm the fuck down.
Yeah.
What the fuck just happened there? How did we get to that conclusion from that message?
Interesting. Internet Anarchist says it's wild framing, so I guess we'll see the context of that probably later or in like the Chud interview.
Yeah. Because I don't know what that. I do. To be honest, I don't know what that message means. But
I don't know what it means. I mean,
the
ultimate red flag would be like, what's the youngest you guys?
Yeah,
would go?
what's the youngest?
He said the oldest. So I mean, that seems the framing of that.
Well, like, okay, here's my question. Well, if the answer is 18, the oldest you'll go is 18. So what does that mean? You only do 18-year-olds, or you also do younger?
Yeah. Was he trying to like gauge like the fucking who the people in the server were or something like that? Why did he not like reach out to Internet Anarchist to like ask him for context?
Well, probably because this guy's this cloud chasing like snake, obviously.
But if he's making a serious video and he found all these disturbing DMs, some of these do look. A lot of this looks like sus. I'm not gonna lie, right?
Right.
Why would he not reach out and like grab his context and then like maybe compare what Internet Anarchist is saying to him, like
because he wouldn't have a video if he did that. It would just be a little bit. It wouldn't be as provocative as it is right now.
Baron von Einteich through 5 says, Bing Bong left out the part where IA said he was dating 18 to 19-year-olds when he was 20 to 21. Well, he's saying that he was like 18 to 19 when he was on this specific trip right here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he was just looking for women around his age, basically. I don't know.
Discord confessed that he dated women that are in the age between Cupcake and 22. Another
we
one
can't say 16 again.
He censored 16. This guy's a
terrible.
retard. This guy's like a full
This
retard.
is brain dead.
that his first girlfriend in Thailand was Cupcake. Keep in mind that these men are all
Okay, so
grown
this is
up.
another random person in the Discord that we're supposed to care about. Why?
Do we know who this person is in relation to Internet Anarchist, or is it just another guy in the server?
Who said they dated a 17-year-old?
Okay.
Even though he knew that at least 2 people in this Discord server don't mind dating Cupcake girl, Internet Anarchist still stayed in the Discord server and kept talking with them to this day. I am a likable person. Someone who goes to third world countries to take advantage of girls doesn't seem like a likable person to me.
Okay.
I love when he just randomly interjects with this who gives a fuck take, you know?
Yeah.
Someone who goes to countries to take advantage of women is not likable to me.
Thanks for your take, man. So is this weird like comparison he's doing by just saying like these people existed in the server, therefore Internet Anarchist is guilty? Is that like the equivalent of saying like if you post on Twitter and there's also lolicons that also post on Twitter, you're like lolicon?
Well, how many people are in the server? Because
Like-
the way I do know, like this server is apparently named like Thailand Discord or
Yeah, it's
something.
just like a huge
so it's like the
Thailand Discord
first. It's
server.
just a giant server for people talking about like living in. I assume it's also not a sex server. Like obviously,
I don't think
sexual
it's an
conversations
NSFW.
are allowed to happen, but they're also talking about other aspects of the country and the culture and traveling there and stuff like that, right? So it's like, yeah, how many people are in this server? It's got 1,600 members.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's like what? I mean,
How big is like the RFC server or like?
the RC server has 900 people in there.
So it's like twice the size of your server, and 1 or 2 people said some sus things, and Internet Anarchist talks about other unrelated things.
Yeah.
Therefore, he's guilty.
I don't understand this. This seems like a lot of like guilt by association, unless you can prove that he had more of a stronger association with these people.
And like also engage, not only just association, but also engage in the discussions with them. Because
Yeah.
who knows, if these people type hundreds of messages, there might be one sus one that you just missed, right?
Yeah.
And you just talk to them about something totally unrelated. That doesn't mean you know every single thing this person said, right? I mean, that just seems like such a over-analyzing guilt by association, like BS argument.
Right.
That doesn't make any sense.
Me.
Last night we made love. It was awesome.
Okay.
Your legs were kind of like mine. They were hairy. But, yeah.
Internet Anarchist didn't even care. Some 31-year-old man dates Cupcake girls.
How do you know that though?
How do you know
How do you
that?
know you even saw that conversation? Was he typing while this conversation was taking place?
He's like, oh yeah, buddy, that's hot.
Because then at that
I don't
point,
give a single fuck about this at all.
even if he was like, hey, can you prove that he was active, like engaging the server while this other guy who's like fucking, apparently he's like 56 or whatever, right, is talking about like dating 17-year-olds? Like, can you prove that he was there and engaging with it? I mean, I don't know.
You can't. It just makes no sense.
He didn't say anything. He didn't leave the server. And he's there in this server to this day, and he still talks with these disgusting people.
The same people?
The server also isn't like a server of like 10 people. Like this isn't a group chat.
That's what he's framing it as.
Yeah, he's framing it like a
framing
group
it like
chat.
this is like Flamenco's like fucking German Steam group.
Oh my god.
You know, it's like, it's not.
No,
At least it
this is a
doesn't
bit-
seem like that.
Not
Again,
from what I can tell.
I don't want this to come off, you know, the damage that the word sweeping has done to this community.
Oh my god, it's horrible.
It's been tenfold, right? Look, I'm an innocent until proven guilty type of guy. And I'm
Yeah.
just not seeing any proof. I'm seeing such shit. I'm definitely seeing evidence. But
Right.
I'm not seeing anything to like confirm like one specific narrative to be true.
Yeah, and I think even so far, the evidence we've seen is at best he's reckless and kind of a little bit, even if he didn't do anything actually bad, going and talking about it on Discord servers a little bit reckless. It's like, what are you doing? All these things that we've seen so far is like you're definitely being reckless with
Yeah.
But I don't know if he's framing it as he's a predator. He wants a fucking harem of 30,000 underage Thailand girls. He looks up to sex pests and he's a sex pat.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know
Sex
that.
ped. Let's keep going.
A few minutes later, he asked, Thai girls care about social media followings? Maybe I could sneak my 100k silver play button in
Oh my
Tinder
god, bro.
Okay. Cringe. That's
What
cringe.
the fuck?
L, Internet Anarchist, L.
Wow.
Come on, man.
LOL. Keep in mind that
Come
when
on.
he sent this message, he didn't have
He showed it?
100,000 subscribers.
Wait, what?
Then he posted
Wait, is this someone else's fucking thing?
Did
I
he
was
just,
just showing
like,
them like
lie
what it
about-
looks like.
Oh.
his.
He did
Play
have
button.
100k subs, he says in the chat. Okay.
However, he actually shared a silver play button of an Indian channel called B Property that he found on Google, just to show off.
Oh,
Taking
Well, it's probably
advantage
just showing them what it looks like.
that doesn't sound. Wait, he was about taking advantage? What?
of Thai
Wait.
B Property that he found on Google, just to show off. Taking advantage of Thai girls to satisfy his dirty mind
What?
isn't enough for Internet Anarchist. He also confessed to committing multiple drug-related crimes.
Okay, so
Whoa,
wait.
okay, so now we're getting into something else. Apparently, he's a drug trafficker. All right.
Okay, well, what the hell was? Hold on, before we get to drug, what was this point of? What the fuck was the point of
He's
this?
trying. Well, my point would be that this is like cringe as fuck. Right?
Yeah, well, okay, talking about putting it in your Tinder is a little bit cringe.
Yeah,
It's like, really?
that's my only
But
point
this
that I would
just
make. But
showing
he's
someone-
showing this as in like he has like items he's willing to use
used to manipulate them
to
and
manipulate these young
take
girls. He's gonna show
advantage.
them the shiny rock, and they're gonna be like,
oh my
Holy
god,
shit.
yes! It's like, what the fuck is the point of this argument?
like, what the fuck, bro?
Enough for Internet Anarchist. He also confessed to committing multiple drug-related crimes.
He
I
confessed committing drug-related crimes.
haven't had good edibles for a while. I flew across so many international borders with them, LOL. Almost hit myself one time when they stopped me and called the police over swabbing my bag. Turns out
Wow.
some laptop batteries can have a false positive for some shit, or something like that. Probably was the edibles TBH, but they didn't check them, just moved them.
So if you ever just like had like a bag of like weed edibles or something on the airport,
And you
or
accidentally bring
in your
it.
bag,
You're the fucking
Yeah.
evil criminal warlord.
I guess I'm supposed to care about this. This part I will sleep for openly. It's like, I do not give a
I
flying
don't
fuck.
think that this matters a single bit.
Who cares?
To the side. Internet Anarchist.
He's acting like he's like fucking drug trafficking like Xanax across like the Mexican border or something.
Right, like with the intent of selling it and
Yeah.
shit and lacing it with fentanyl or something. It's like,
It's like he brought some edibles on a plane. Okay.
what the
wow.
fuck is the point of this?
It's the most common fucking thing in the world. And
Yeah.
also, this is weed he's talking about. It's not even like crazy. Like, what?
Also mentioned having edibles in Turkey, where any kind of drug is illegal. If caught, he could be imprisoned for 2 to 5 years.
Whoa.
Wow. I wish he was caught, dude. He should be in
Yeah,
jail. He
this
should be
is
rotting in a
horrifying.
Turkish prison right now.
Yeah.
Is that what he's saying?
That sounds like what he's saying. It's like, he's a criminal. He's an evil, dirty criminal.
Yeah, I'm sure the people of Turkey really appreciate you standing up for them after this dangerous criminal brought weed edibles with him
To eat
on the plane.
for himself. By the
Yes.
way.
Like, what?
Being in Turkey with the edibles was kinda scary, TBH. Getting high and doing reckless things is nothing new for him.
The moral
Oh
fucking...
my god, the moral frogging is just.
Dude, what the fuck?
I used to do homemade nangs with deodorant when I was like 14. To break it down, this means he was inhaling nitrous oxide from small canisters to get quick high by depriving himself of oxygen.
I love how he words it. Galaxy gas, dude.
Yeah, that's what a galaxy
He was
gas.
doing galaxy gas when he was 14.
Well, shit, man.
Cool. I mean,
I guess
fuck.
do
I mean,
your thing. I don't give. What is this? My business.
I don't know.
care.
Shit. You know, did he do lean as well? Like, am I supposed
Yeah.
to give a fuck about any of this?
Can we
Like,
list like that's? Did he make a tier list of his favorite drugs that he's done?
I guess he's a dangerous drug king criminal.
Yeah.
Drug kingpin criminal. I don't know. Lock him up. Chat. One in the chat if you should be locked up.
For
okay?
life, for this
life
terrible-
in Turkey.
Yeah. It's like, what the hell?
I mean, shit. Okay.
Literally just gassing yourself and removing your
He
oxygen.
puts a one himself. Okay.
I mean,
Holy
yeah. So
shit.
look, so far with this video, like some of the stuff he's brought up, right? I mean, he obviously was being completely reckless in this country, right? And
Yeah.
it is questionable his involvement in the server, right? Where he's talking about, you know, or he's engaged in conversation while people are also talking about sick depraved things. Because undoubtedly, this video has proved that there are sickos in that server. What it hasn't proved is if Internet Anarchist knew who these people were. And you can just assume and say, oh, of course he knew. But it's like, that's just useless to me.
Yeah, that's just useless speculation. And also,
you can speculate all you want, but that's all we've got with this video is speculation.
Yeah.
And I'd prefer to say innocent again until proven guilty, right?
Yeah.
Like, if I had like a fucking hate boner for this guy, maybe I could just sit here and be like, all right, like, he had to have known out of convenience for my
your
sake,
argument,
because I don't like him, right? But
we don't know if he knows. We don't know if he doesn't.
We don't know. That's the problem here.
And it's just a pointless speculative argument.
Yeah, what we do know is that he had a reckless fucking trip in Thailand when he was like 18 or 19.
Yeah.
And he saw some crazy shit, and he got a fucking hand job or something, right? Which could have been...
sex trafficking.
It could have been a sex trafficking victim. Again, we don't know that either.
It's all speculating, yeah.
We just are assuming that because Thailand is, known to be like a crazy fucking place. So it could have been like... I don't know, dude. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Oxygen for a short high. Hold on. He even shared a photo of Steve-O using Nanks and gave his dubious advice. It's mostly fine if you use real cream charges, but don't be an idiot and get brain damage. Honestly, Nanks might have already caused some brain damage to Internet Anarchist based on all of these messages and what he does in Thailand. Please don't do anything like this at home. If you struggle with any kind of addiction, seek professional help. And if you need someone,
this is just such a necessary part of this video right here.
Thank you for this heartfelt reaching out to us. I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Talk to, you can just message me and we can talk.
What? Hold on. What the fuck are you talking about? That's creepy as fuck, dude.
What?
Wait, what? If you have issues with drug abuse, you can message this guy?
Message Bing Bong on fucking Discord.
What the fuck is he talking about?
Really?
That's fucking psycho. That is creepy as fuck. You're trying to take advantage of women that are addicted to drugs.
He was children. He just read him talking about how he did it at 14. He was like, at 14 I did this.
So you want to take advantage of children that are on drugs and message them privately in a parasocial, freakish fucking way?
If you're 14 years old and doing this, then message me immediately.
Why? Why would they need to message you fucking creep? The fuck are you talking about? Okay, now he's the fucking creep.
Yeah, right?
Please.
Arrest me.
We can all speculate. Yeah.
Arrest this fucking guy. This is the most predatory thing I think I've ever heard.
Don't do anything like this at home. If you struggle with any kind of addiction, seek professional help. And if you need someone to talk to, you can just message me and we can talk.
Do not message this guy if you need help, okay? Do not. Okay,
Never
he has
got
fucking bad intentions, 100%.
And I'll do my best to help you. But
I'll do my best. I'll do my best to help you.
What the fuck, bro?
Yeah.
It doesn't stop there. Internet Anarchist also confessed to flying within Thailand with illegal drugs. I flew with shrooms from Chiang Mai to
shrooms? Dude.
Pattaya. Pattaya is a city known as a hotspot for predators who exploit local girls, many of whom may be victims of sex trafficking.
Okay, but when he says stuff like that, you know what I just think of when he makes those arguments? Like, Houston, Texas is also known as, like, the capital of, like, sex trafficking in America.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? I don't know that just because somebody's going to a specific place, they're engaging in like the worst aspects. Dallas has like a fucking giant sex trafficking problem. Most major cities do in America, let alone in other parts of the world. So just because, this city might have a big issue with that, so does fucking Houston, Texas, okay? So if somebody travels there, am I supposed to just instantly assume that they're...
Well, yeah, I mean, the thing is that obviously he easily can be doing that. It's not like it's out of the question he can be traveling there for sex trafficking, especially because it's a big culture thing. I mean, just to be honest, it's obviously a big culture thing. But unless we have explicit evidence that that's exactly what he's doing, or he's wanting to get with underage people, or whatever, we can't make these definitive arguments just because someone flies to Thailand or talks about Thailand. That means we can definitively say they're doing XYZ. We don't know that, right? You can speculate, you can kind of maybe distance yourself from the guy or say, I don't really like that, but we don't have any definitive proof of any of that, right? From what I've seen, at least.
Yeah.
It's just like, trying to connect dots that we don't know if they're there or not.
Right.
So.
Tell me you haven't left the country without telling me. I mean, what's the argument, though? That just because he's going to a place that's known for this type of stuff, that he's engaging in it, you're just assuming shit, which is fine. If you want to do that, you're free to assume whatever you want.
Yeah.
But I would rather assume innocence until proven guilty, right? Which is the thing I've said a million times.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, it's like when he makes these arguments that he's going to a place that's known for this, that means fuck all to me. That means nothing to me. Okay? So you got to come up with a better argument.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm possibly underage. This city is infamous as the sex capital of the world. I have no idea what this...
You seriously cannot compare Dallas, Texas to Thailand? Is that what I'm fucking doing, you retard? Like, do you think that I'm honestly saying one is worse or better than the other? I'm just saying that you can make an argument about a general location, right?
Yeah.
You can't just use that argument as like proof that this
that
guy's
anytime
engaging
someone
in that.
goes somewhere, that's what they're doing.
Yeah.
We don't know that. I mean, again, if there was proof of this, then of course, but we have no idea. He's even saying, Internet saying that they cut out messages of me saying, I'm here for Rolling Loud. So he's going there to see completely unrelated events, right?
What's Rolling Loud? Is that like a music concert or something?
I think it's a music festival.
Yeah, okay.
I might be wrong on that, but I think it's a music festival. So it's like, okay, again, we can speculate and we can be bad faith, right? Bad faith would be he's definitely there to fuck underage kids. Good faith is there's completely, absolutely nothing wrong with this. Realistic and normal is...
No. Good faith, if you're going to criticize him, is that he's reckless and careless as fuck, right?
Yeah.
Obviously. And
no, sorry, I meant sweeping. I was just saying there's nothing wrong with this. Good faith is coming out of correct.
Yeah. Sweeping would be saying there's nothing to look at here.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily believe that. I don't think that there's nothing to look at here.
Yeah.
There's definitely a lot of strange messages that he posts in that Discord server, and him even going to this street specifically in the first place, right? Again, as somebody that, admittedly, I don't know a lot about Taiwanese sex culture.
It's Thai. Just Taiwanese is Taiwan, by the way.
Whatever, dude. I don't know. I don't know the intricacies of fucking Thailand and their sex tourism culture and their sex trafficking industry problems. Yeah, sure, I don't know a lot about this shit, right? But all I'm saying is that based on the evidence provided in this video right here, it's told me nothing that I can really go off of if I want to pin this down as like a criminal. You know what I mean? There's definitely something... there's definitely criticism to be levied here, obviously. Like, I don't want to just come off as like a total sweep where it's just like, oh, there's nothing to see here. This video is completely ridiculous.
But again, what you're pointing out is that there's just stretch arguments being made, which is objectively true.
Yeah, he's completely stretching as hard as he can.
Speculating and being
about
a
some
bad
pretty
faith.
serious shit. He's basically saying that Internet Anarchist is engaging in like underage like sex trafficking, which is
we
a
don't know,
crazy fucking claim to make. And it's like, okay. You can stretch as far as you want, but that is a pretty serious crime to levy against somebody. Yeah. I don't know.
And I feel like you need a little bit more than someone in the Discord server that at the same time as him said that he likes 16-year-olds.
Yeah.
Which is just the most useless argument I've ever seen.
Disgusting human being Internet Anarchist was doing in Pattaya. We can only guess. Was he enjoying drugs?
Is that the claim? All right, you're fucking banned. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
fuck you. Get the fuck out of here. Obviously, that's the fucking claim.
Yes, that's the claim. Also, he just said, we can only guess what he's doing. Actually, isn't there a message we just left out of him talking about going to Rolling Loud?
Yes.
The video just said, we can only guess what he's doing. He's there to fuck 20,000 underage children at once. It's like, first of all, he says that he's there for something else. Second of all, you are only guessing what he's doing. We've seen no evidence of anything else.
Yeah, everyone's just guessing, but the problem is that these people are guessing about some pretty dangerous shit.
Yeah.
Right? And it's like, okay, dude, I don't know.
Taking advantage of girls, ladyboys.
You're not a lady?
Yes.
What are you?
I'm lady boy.
Or trying to find victims for his new harem. But I believe it wasn't anything good. When it comes to he mentioned, I might get a volcano. I think it might be healthier than bongs.
Okay.
I have 500 grams, but I still smoke the resin buildup in downpipe, lol. I'll take a pic later, because I'm in my office.
So he smokes weed. Why are we even wasting our time talking about he smokes weed? Seriously?
Yeah, who cares?
Again, this video is just cancer. It's total cancer.
/studio right now. I probably smoke a couple G's a day, sometimes more, depends what the vibe is. On his Discord server, not the entire Discord server, he confirmed having a leased house in Thailand.
It's legal there. He says it's legal there. Honestly, I would not even care if it wasn't. I'm just going to be real. I would not even give a shit if it wasn't. Am I supposed to care even if it wasn't legal in Thailand?
Yeah.
Am I supposed to moral frog over that? Maybe I am. Maybe that's the take, because I'm supposed to care.
Of all the crimes you could mention or whatever, right? It's like smuggling weed edibles over like a flight is like the last one I think I'd care about. Really.
Yeah, I really could not.
At least in terms of like morally condemning this guy as like some sort of criminal, it's like, sure, I guess. I mean, doesn't really bother me. I don't know. Thailand became the first country in Asia to decriminalize cannabis in 2022. So apparently,
I think recreational. Some people in the chat are saying recreational use is illegal, but there is medical.
Yeah.
So I don't know. But again, I really don't even give a shit. It's not. I'm not going to sit here and moral frog over smoking weed in a alone.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't think I give a single fuck about this.
Yeah, Boblax used to. Well, that actually might be a good reason to hate Boblax now. He would
Yeah.
smuggle
Wait,
weed
he's a
across
criminal.
the Canadian border
Holy fuck.
into Florida. Actually, it's legal in Florida, but it should be illegal,
Yeah.
and he should die.
He
for
should go
that.
to fucking jail for that.
Yeah.
The house
Holy
in
shit.
Thailand, so I got bills to pay. So far, it's clear that Internet Anarchist is a who goes to Thailand.
Is a what now?
I wish he didn't censor this shit so just disgustingly
So is he trying
Horrible.
to say pedophile? Like, what is he saying? What's the
a
censored word
sex
there?
pad, but he said it earlier in the video.
I have a new rule, okay? If you censor words that you clearly do not have to censor, especially to the point where I can even hear like the first sound of the word so I can guess what it is,
Yeah.
I'm only going to assume it's the N-word. That's all I can go off of. If
Yeah.
you guys making these videos censors the words that don't even need to be censored that badly, I'm assuming you're saying the N-word, okay?
It has to
Because
be.
what else am I supposed to take away? I don't know what you're saying.
And to get high and exploit local girls to fulfill his sick desires. This situation took a turn when someone updated his wiki page, calling him out as a sex tourist who exploits Thai girls. Internet Anarchist reacted by saying, "Someone got mad at me being in this server and has tried to slander my business." Someone posted on my wiki page saying I'm a sexpat who goes to Thailand to take advantage of Thai girls. When asked if this could hurt his YouTube channel, he replied, "No, but if it stayed up, someone would use the baseless claim on Wiki as a source and try to make me look like a predator." To clarify, I'm not making this video out of personal anger. My aim is to reveal the truth about you, a disgusting
Okay.
person who travels to Thailand to exploit young girls and satisfy your
Well,
deplorable
okay, so a person who travels to Thailand to exploit young girls and satisfy your sexual fucking needs. Young girls is in 18, 19 when he's 20? Is that
Yeah,
what we're
we need
talking
to
about?
clarify, like, right here, what he's saying or whatever. So I guess
Yeah.
he's saying, if this whole video was just like, he's like a fucking Coomer freak, okay, sure. I mean, he probably is,
Well, another
right?
thing is like
But,
exploit young girls. We don't know if he's openly wanting to participate in the like sex exploitation market
yeah,
or
what
whatever
this
it's
video is
called.
basically saying is
Yeah.
like, if you go to Thailand or whatever, like, you're
Guaranteed you're
automatically
fucked.
participating in this industry.
But-
Which, is that true? Fuck, I mean,
Maybe. Right.
I don't know. But it's basically saying like, yeah, if you go to Thailand or whatever, right, and
You're just fucked.
hook up with somebody, you're like a rapist or you're like participating in
word.
pedophilia,
Yeah.
something like that, you know? That's basically the argument that he's making here, which is wild.
I feel
People
like
are
it's
saying
a bit
that's
of a-
true.
I feel like it's just a bit of a stretch to make that assumption about him definitively because we don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think there's enough evidence to say that. If he was the one sending some of these messages about like 16 is awesome, you know, all these kind of things, then there'd be a little bit more to go off of. So far, the one sus message I saw was him asking, "What's the oldest you guys go?" Besides that, none of the messages meant anything to me. The random other shit doesn't mean anything to me.
Like the drugs or whatever. Yeah.
The drugs doesn't mean anything. Him just traveling to Thailand, sure, it can like raise alarm bells. You can be like, "What's going on?" But until I see something, as you said, it's innocent until proven guilty. I don't know what he's doing there. I have no idea what he's participating in. That's just my genuine take on it. If he does something that is guilty and terrible, then he's fucked.
Yeah.
So
Interesting stuff there. Okay, let's finish out his ending monologue.
yeah,
out of personal anger. My aim is to reveal the truth about you, a disgusting person who travels to Thailand to exploit young girls and satisfy your deplorable sexual desires. Also, you associate with people in the Discord server who are attracted to After it became publicly known that someone had uncovered his ties to this server, Internet Anarchist panicked and started deleting all his messages. Thankfully, I managed to capture some of them. To this day, he remains a member of this crazy Discord server. Everyone everywhere is at least slightly retarded.
well, that's a
Like-
W take. that's just true.
Like he plays at the end, like that's like the mic drop. It's like everyone everywhere is retarded.
Yeah, that's just a W take by Internet Anarchist.
Question to you, are you paying taxes in Thailand or how does it work?
What?
Don't forget to subscribe.
Whoa, what was that
Are we
last part?
accusing him of tax fraud? I mean,
Everyone everywhere is at least slightly retarded. My question to you, are you paying taxes in Thailand or how does it work? Don't forget to subscribe to this channel.
Was that supposed to be like a gotcha? Like, ooh, I'm coming for your tax fraud video next or something?
I have no idea what that was.
Was that like a threat? I don't know. Or like a genuine, it sounded like a genuine question. Like, oh, by
Yeah.
the way, how does this?
because next I will expose another YouTuber with 1 million plus
Oh,
subscribers,
he's bringing this again.
hundreds of millions of views.
With the
They will-
mariachi music, by the way.
Dude, I hope it's Mr. Beast. Okay, so that was an interesting video. Again, you know, obviously this video is like very fucking schizo.
Yeah.
I will not say that there's nothing here,
Yeah.
obviously. But yeah, that was a very sort of, I guess, interesting sort of synopsis there. Interesting point being made. Internet Anarchist responded to it, to some of it. First of all, we have him in Lyrics' chat, and then we'll listen to him in Chud Logic. I think I have that pulled up somewhere.
As long as you didn't private it.
Yeah,
I think you put the link in the docket.
Oh, yeah, I got it right here.
Yeah.
Let me just grab that. We'll pull that up in a second, guys. But, because I do want to hear his response to some of this stuff. Let me see here. So, he was in Lyrics' chat. Internet Anarchist says, it's extremely common walking down Main Street and everyone has signs leading to it. I was in that server and the username was Sosa. That being said, he completely misconstrued this. I felt uncomfortable there and left. It was not why I came to Thailand, but simply was in Phuket, a very popular tourist destination, and checked it out. So he's talking about the ping pong party or something.
The ping pong party that he says he was uncomfortable in.
Here he is responding to the MD Sloth guy. How is this my friend? I have no idea who he is. Random guy in the server, in the Thailand server. Here he is saying, it's literally the Discord I joined when I searched Thailand Discord before traveling. I've never spoken to them directly, before.
More of the random people in the Discord server.
He says, that's not a DM, it's a message I sent. He sent the server. So I guess this guy tried to say that MD Sloth and Internet Anarchist were like DMing each other directly.
Yeah.
And Internet Anarchist is saying no. I don't remember. I think someone asked my channel
the context of him saying Internet Anarchist, yeah.
Yeah. Weed is legal in Thailand and most of Europe, except when my flight was diverted to Turkey. That was scary. Helps me relax and sleep on flights. And then I guess he's responding to the allegation that he cheated on his girlfriend in Thailand. I didn't cheat. I was single then. So there's his response there. Let's see what he says on this Chud stream.
Oh, it's not God. Giving us the, it's being...
The Boblox plushie.
Holy shit.
All right, let's see him right.
Again, while you pull it up, I don't see definitively that we can say his intentions or anything like that. So I guess we'll see what he has to say to Chud.
This would have happened if Internet Anarchist quit weed. Wow, dude.
Holy shit.
The curse of fucking weed, dude. Every fucking time.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to address, I was just rewatching your VOD, and I kind of felt like the way you were presenting it was that, I chose to go into this place and then I willingly just stuck around for a long time. And the way it was presented in the video was also very malicious. I just want to add some context to this. Phuket, more specifically Patong, first of all, it's a very common tourist destination in Thailand. It's like one of the most common. And when you're walking down the streets there's people holding signs and they lead you to places saying, oh, free entry to this place, crazy show, crazy thing. And for some even more context, I was just traveling for a beach holiday with my girlfriend. And we were just there. They advertised this thing. She'd heard about them. Everyone sort of has heard about, oh, what's a ping pong show? And they sort of drag you into these places. And when you get in there, you enter, it's like a club. Then you go, literally, it's the same. It's on the main street.
Before we continue, I'm confused. He just said he was traveling with his girlfriend, or was he single? He didn't cheat.
Yeah, I thought he was single for this.
I don't. Is there multiple Thai trips we're talking about? Because I thought the ping pong one was the first one when he was 18, 19.
Yeah, where he was single there. Now he's saying he was traveling there with his girlfriend. That's, he addresses that.
Okay, he addresses it. Okay.
Big club, and you enter into the show. And basically, where they get you is they make you buy drinks. So when I went to this, I thought it was uncomfortable, which is what I stated in my message. And what I meant by it's uncomfy, but you also can't look away, is because how shocking it is, right? There's these just crazy acts happening in front of you. And it's almost like when you see a car crash or when you see someone on the edge of a building, it's something that is so shocking or so just surprising that you can't look away. That's all I meant by that. And I didn't even stay there long at all. I actually left after I had that drink, which they force you to buy. Because if you don't buy that drink, then you have security that come behind you. And the whole place actually is quite intimidating because...
So he was pressured into it is what he's trying to claim.
By security to have the drink.
Yeah, so he was pressured into it, which I could believe, but also it's you still have your own free will and shit, right?
Maybe not in Thailand. Maybe you don't.
Maybe they
will
beat your ass.
Rape you if you don't fucking get in there and start drinking.
No, I can 100% believe being pressured into it, but also I feel you're kind of responsible for your own shit.
Dude.
Whilst it's illegal, it's actually very common there, and I think it's possibly ran by corruption or maybe gangs there or something. But yeah, after I did have that drink, I did leave, and I did say in that message that I found it uncomfortable. And yeah, I agree. It's not a place I'd ever go back to. And that was the sentiment for me and my girlfriend. We both thought, wow, what the fuck is that? Like, it's something you hear about, you see once, and it's like, okay, that's just fucked. And you don't go to it again.
Sure. I mean, I can see where you're coming from. I think the messages gave the impression that, like, you just persisted and sat through the whole show, including the sex act that they performed together at the end.
Yeah, I mean, it basically says I went to Thailand to see that, which isn't actually the case.
Well, no. Okay, to be clear, I don't think that's the case. And I made it clear that I don't think you were specifically going to go and see that act. And I even said in my coverage, I think it was more likely that you were probably walking through this area and they pulled you into the show.
Yeah.
But I think that my take on it was, even with that taken into account, because of the severe issue with sex trafficking there, you have, unwittingly participated in, some sort of sexual exploitation there.
Right? I think that's...
Yeah, and that wasn't really what I was thinking when I was just walking through the street, I wasn't thinking like, oh, these girls are going to be trafficked, or if I go into this place where they're holding all the signs to go visit, where all the tourists are. And mind you, it's not just, you don't go in there and it's just a bunch of like creepy guys. It's literally just like it's the most average amount of tourists you'll see. Like there's probably like 50% girls, 50% guys. A lot of couples go. Like it's just something they promote on the street. It's not some like back alley show. And also just to mention,
just pretty crazy that's just like so open. I do believe that, but that's just like
it's like your average like Nick Rekieta party or something.
Just like know. Down the street.
Yeah.
Which is just kind of crazy. I can see that being true.
Dude.
It's really gross what they did. And I agree. Like there's definitely a likelihood that they could be trafficked. Hence why I would avoid it. And I would not recommend anyone to go to it. Like it was actually just a gross thing to go to.
How old were you when you went to this show and were doing this trip?
19.
19, okay. Yeah, I mean, I can see that, definitely. I think there's like a sort of an irresponsibility, say, or something like that. I didn't think you went there intentionally for that. I think the other issue that you're running into with this is that there's also other messages which give the impression of you being like, a sleazebag that is heading to Thailand to set up like a harem. And
I mean, yeah, that's the way it was framed. And I never actually tried to set up my own harem. I just asked about it because there was this just YouTuber I watched. It was just almost a meme. Like it was just really funny looking at it. And I remember at the time, I think Andrew Tate was like, I don't know, there's just a bunch of memes around harems. And I just started watching videos about it on YouTube. And yeah, that's it. Like I wasn't
watching videos about it on YouTube
about harems or whatever. Yeah. I mean, come on. He probably had a little bit of interest in it.
Yeah, probably.
We can't just say there was zero interest. Okay, maybe obviously you can say like this wasn't his pure fucking only goal with going to Thailand, but
or one that was like super serious on, but it is a little bit.
You're thinking like about it.
Floating the idea. It's like how easy would this be to like set up or something?
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
Yeah,
you know,
intending to make one myself or anything.
Sure,
like
sure. I think that those things, I mean, obviously, I can understand where you come from. I think some of these things combined.
I don't think that would be an issue. It's not illegal as long as everyone's adults. But
no, sure. I think that it just comes across as kind of sleazy, the idea that you go to Thailand and find women that are more malleable.
Right? Thailand for that at all. There were several reasons I moved to Thailand, and cost of living. I mean, I think the place I chose to move to says a lot about my intentions going there. I moved to a city called Chiang Mai, which is up north, and that's away from all of like the touristy party areas. Like, there's no red light district there. It's a very chill place. Like, people there are more religious, so they're more modest with what they do. Like,
okay, that's a good argument in his favor, though. He doesn't mean like live, because if he wanted to move to Thailand specifically to engage in this like freak culture or something, right? He'd be like in the central hubs, he'd be in like Phuket or whatever, right? But he's basically saying he lives in like some fucking
place up north. But I will say maybe it depends like how far it is, like
how easy it is to travel there.
I moved 15 minutes away from it. It's like, okay, that doesn't really matter. But at the same time, I do understand what he's saying, where it's like, look, I liked it for the cost of living. I liked it for this, I liked it for that. Right. Obviously, there probably is some interest in what was happening there in Thailand. I mean, you can't move to Thailand without being aware of, as you said earlier, you can't like make a huge move to somewhere without at least being aware of like
everything about like the cultures, the dynamics, the differences between where you live and where, that place is, right? But I will say in his defense too, a lot of like entrepreneurs or whatever, a lot of like big money guys do that. Love moving to Thailand. I've seen this happen a lot. So it is a very popular place to go if you're kind of like an entrepreneur, self-working sort of, digital nomad-y type of guy. This is a very popular place to move. I assume not for sexual reasons.
Probably just as he says, low cost of living.
Yeah, low cost of living. Maybe it's something with taxes as well.
Yeah.
I'm not super sure.
And he says that it was a plane flight away to the other side of the country. So the red light district, the really popular red light district areas are, I'm assuming what he's saying, I don't know, South Thailand, and he's in North Thailand, which is a full plane flight away. 15 minutes in Thailand is about 500 minutes away in America.
So there's reasons too, I'm sure. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that's part of it or whatever, right? But I'm sure there's like other reasons why. I mean, I personally don't know. I don't get it, to be honest with you. I don't really. That's not really an area of the world I personally like aspire to live in,
right?
You know, but yeah, I do know. I have seen this happen before. It's very, very common.
Yeah.
To Thailand and wanted to just be like a sexpat or be like a monga in Thailand, I would have gone to like Pattaya, or I would have moved to Bangkok, or even that city in Phuket. Like I wouldn't have chosen literally the most like laid back, non red light city in the whole country. You know, like I wouldn't have chose Chiang Mai.
Sure, and
like,
I think this is going to be like a perception issue, because I see where you're coming from, right? And I you know, can understand your perspective on this. I think that the way that you've spoken, and this maybe is going to clear some stuff up for people and allow people to come to a different conclusion on this, but the perception is, and certainly the video wasn't perfect, don't get me wrong, there's lots of problems with it, but the perception is you're in this Discord, you're thinking of visiting Thailand again, you're talking about having previously gone to a sex show, you're talking about getting oiled up in a Thai massage parlor, right?
Yeah, it's a fucking massage. I don't get the crime of getting a massage. And the way he presented that as well was as if it was like, oh, grabbing because having sex. No, when you walk down the streets there's people who wait outside massage shops and they try to sell you a massage. Like they just, I guess.
No, sure. But the point I'm trying to make is I think that there's going to be a perception thing there where that's going to be perceived as you being sleazy in some way, and then combined with perceptions of Thailand and the fact that you participated in your visit before. That's where people are going to come to the conclusion that you're some sort of sex bat or sex tourist. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, but yeah. Times I visited before was with family. Like that wasn't any sort of I'm going to go to Thailand with the boys and have a crazy trip. It was actually a family holiday, right?
Was it family?
Sure. Family.
His girlfriend is
And
a
he
family
avoided
holiday?
Fuck me.
Thailand.
Okay.
Damn it! I messed it all up.
It was at I see where it was.
8:34. Fuck me.
8:38:51 is exactly where you were at.
Dude, I have to keep adjusting the audio because Chud and like this guy are at different volumes, and I don't want to like blow out the eardrums.
Yeah,
but
8:38:51.
wait, so he was on a family trip?
Yeah, so we've had three different, well, not three, but different examples. So we've had, he was single, he was with his girlfriend, he was with his family. Maybe it was all at once. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. It's possible, I guess.
It was actually a family holiday, right? So
Sure, okay. So this I mean, this is a bit awkward, so I'm just going to state it plainly, right? So this massage you had, even though there was sort of, I guess, an implication in the video, you're saying that it was just a normal massage that you got. No happy ending, so to speak.
yeah, I've never had a happy ending massage in Thailand. I've never had one.
Oh yeah, that's, I guess he just assumed that in the video. Bing Bong was
Yeah,
just
he
like,
did. Yeah, Bing Bong did assume that.
it was just like he's getting massaged and masturbated by. Why was there any proof of that? We just assumed that.
Yeah, wait.
Outright?
What? I guess he assumed it because he was on like this like dirty street or something. He was on like this street that was like known for like a bunch of sexual stuff. Although I don't even know if like that street is where the massage even took place.
Yeah.
Again, that's the fucking problem. That's what I was bitching about with the chat before, right? This is the problem with just assuming a bunch of shit because you don't like somebody.
Yeah.
Because then you just assume crazy shit happened because how could it not? He's in Thailand. Obviously, he's getting a massage in Thailand. It must be like a sexual one, but it wasn't.
Right.
So now you look like an idiot.
Yeah.
You know? That's why this whole video is just flawed. It's just a lot of just, you know, connecting the dots because they don't like the person being talked about. And it's fine to not like him. And it's fine to even make assumptions as long as you're being honest with the fact that you are assuming that you're not saying this factually.
Yeah, exactly.
Another point I guess I wanted to raise with you as well is, in response to people digging some of these messages up, it's claimed that you went and started deleting messages from the Discord. Is that right?
Yeah, so I just started getting like some, because this was a Discord, like I'd actually talked.
And again, the deleting messages, I would do that too. If some fucking retard was like screenshotting a bunch of shit of me out of context, right? For some bullshit like exposed video, obviously I would delete that, right?
Yeah.
It's like, no. You're not even willing to show the full context of these conversations. You're just painting the shit in like the worst possible light, trying to fucking implicate me in some sort of crime here. No. Fuck you. I'm just going to delete all the messages. That's the normal thing to do here.
I feel like that's not that bad.
Yeah.
He's hiding the evidence. He's running.
Oh, wow. Well, I mean, but also when you delete the messages, then you remove your ability to correct the context,
record.
right? So it actually makes you look stupid then. Because if you delete the messages and Bing Bong still has them screenshotted, he can say whatever the fuck he wants, and now you've deleted the context. So actually, to amend what I said before, while it makes sense for me
to want to
for him
stop
to want
this
to
guy,
delete the
yeah.
messages to stop him from taking them out of context. It's actually better to leave them up so you
Or at least
can
archive them
scroll
before you
back.
delete them. At least archive,
Yeah, archive them. Yeah, exactly. But
you can do
I don't
that.
know.
Talked in this Discord for ages. It was one of the Discords that came up when you search Thailand Discord. Like it's one of the top Discords for Thailand.
Okay.
And I joined it before going there because I wanted to sort of meet people, learn more about Thailand because I was sort of moving there. I didn't know anyone there, which is also why I went, set my location there. I wanted to start meeting people. I wanted to start, getting some contacts over there because I was what, 18, moving to a country where I don't know anyone. So obviously I'm going to do that. I was a single guy, 18. Why would I not do that, But in terms of that Discord,
So he was single, then he got a girlfriend by the time he did his first trip. Is that what we're doing?
I think so. I kind of
The
missed what he was
timeline's all
saying
messed
there.
up. I don't
guess
know what the
he went
timeline
one
is.
time when he was single and a second time when he wasn't. Is that what he said?
Yeah, he was single when he was looking into moving to Thailand.
Okay.
But then on the trip, he was dating, I guess. And it was also
so
a family trip.
the talk about like harems is what he's specifically saying. When I was talking about harems,
Oh, yeah.
that's when he was single. I think
Which
that's
is before
what.
the trip. I think that's what the timeline is because we're getting a bunch of mixed stories here.
Yeah.
question about it, sorry.
Well, the claim is that you've started to now delete messages as it's being looked into and spoken about.
Yeah, so when I started getting pinged by this guy, I went through, I started deleting, I posted images of my house during floods,
Right.
and those images could easily be, like, there was some I didn't post publicly, and they could sort of trace back to where I live.
Okay. Well,
So I started deleting them, and then this dude pings me, he's like, hey, I see you're deleting messages. I was like, this dude's fucking weird. So I just
Is that a
used
cove?
Redact and just deleted all my...
What?
so he basically just said that he started deleting them unrelated because there's like pictures of his house getting flooded in this Discord. He didn't want that to go public. And then the dude pinged him and was like, hey, I see you're deleting messages. And then he deleted all of them after that. Is that a cove? I mean, I guess.
That sounds weird. Didn't he post those pictures on his Twitter, though?
His house getting flooded? I don't know.
I feel like I saw that picture on his Twitter. Like, I call me crazy, but I feel like I literally saw that.
Yeah.
I don't know what to, like, search to find. Oh, wait. I have this right here. Hold on. Let me pull this up. This thing right here.
Oh.
My home flooded today, and I got hit with a nasty fever last night, and this was tweeted on October.
So is this when he was deleting messages or what happened?
He says, no, different picture. One was on Twitter, but there was other pictures.
Okay.
Okay.
I guess there was more identifying
Let me back
photographs
that
or
up.
something.
back to where I live. So I started deleting them, and then this dude pings me, he's like, hey, I see you're deleting messages. I was like, this dude's fucking weird. So I just used Redact and just deleted all my messages in the server and left. Because I was like, yeah, this dude's weird. I've talked about stuff outside of YouTube here. Like, really, if I wanted to be in any community or any Discord server or anything relating to real life, I shouldn't have done it from a business account.
Well, wait, so what did the other pictures show then? Right? So were the other pictures more like identifying?
Maybe like the front of his house or something. Because that looked kind of like his backyard, the one that's actually public right now. This looks like just, but I mean.
Yeah, I
maybe
guess.
it's like his
I feel
actual
like you could
house.
identify someone's neighborhood with this. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just curious, like, what did the other pictures show that needed to be deleted?
All right, give it to us. We'll show it on stream.
Yeah,
I'm just
don't-
kidding.
yeah.
I'm just kidding. No,
Oh
but
my
yeah.
God, bro.
I mean, I don't know. Again, I can understand the mindset behind wanting to wipe the messages, but you probably just shouldn't because it just doesn't.
you definitely shouldn't, because it's just better just to have the context so that when they pull up like, oh, remember when you said this? You can be like, no, here's the full conversation.
Right.
That was just completely stupid of me to do that.
Oh, he says the pictures was inside my house, car, and it was a pic from Australia, etc. So there's a bunch of pictures of that. Inside my house, car, and pictures from Australia.
Okay.
And I did, reveal personal details in that group. Nothing that you wouldn't, like, as just a random internet user, post there, but as a creator with a following, you wouldn't really figure out places you're traveling to or, just things like that. So, yeah, I did delete the messages because I had this weird guy who was pinging me with, like, just strange messages. And I
Wait,
thought,
so
yeah,
he was sharing like personal information to these people in the server? That sounds fucking retarded.
Well, yeah, he said it's personal information, nothing that you wouldn't share just as like a regular guy, but just stuff he didn't want to associate with his brand, I guess, or as like a public figure.
Oh, I mean,
Maybe like places you're traveling or like family issues or something like that. I could see, I guess.
that seems, I don't know.
Totally
It's like 3
speculating.
degrees of like
speculating.
stuff you would share, stuff you wouldn't share, but then stuff you kind of share to some people in a 1,600 member Discord server, but you wouldn't want people to associate with your brand. He says it was just stuff you would talk about as a normal internet user in a group for a country, but not as a creator.
I'm just confused what that means.
Yeah, I don't know what that means either.
Yeah.
yeah, this is just weird.
Mm.
Some dudes
I mean, the
just
guy's
trying to
definitely being weird.
stalk.
I can definitely see what he's talking about to be good faith. I can see what he's saying where the guy's being weird. But again, I just wouldn't delete messages. Just personally, just me, I just would be like, I need these up for my own sake.
Me,
you know?
And yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those situations where it's like, there's a reasonableness to wanting to delete certain aspects. Like, if you put pictures of your house in a Discord, you didn't think people...
He says, like, I would post pics of my food orders, car, and travel locations.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can see there being maybe personal information you don't really care to have out there. Possibly, but I don't know.
We're going to see. I get that. But the mere act of deleting messages en masse is always going to be perceived as trying to cover the evidence up.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
That's a reasonable way of viewing it.
But the thing I'd say also is that this guy would then have to provide screenshots beyond what we've seen to prove more strongly some of the claims that he's making of predatory behavior and stuff like that. So it's on him.
The claims are ridiculous. Like, oh, some dude in the server said some really like gross and weird shit, so that equals because I'm in that server, I'm now a predator. Like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I was looking at some of these messages.
Oh, his friend. And it's like, okay, so if you're in a Discord server and someone else is in it, like a general Discord server, a public Discord server that anyone can join by searching Thailand Discord, is now everyone in there your friend? Are you now responsible for the actions of everyone in that group? You know, like, I think that's quite a reach.
Sure, I think that some of the messages suggest a certain environmental atmosphere in the Discord of permissiveness of discussions about, you know, certain underage sex work activities and things like that. Whilst you're not culpable for that, I think people might see it as you're engaging in this Discord server on this account, and it kind of is a very bad look for you to even be involved in the server. You see what I mean?
Yeah, and I think looking at like the message there, I do think I agree. Like it's just a bad look to be in there. I wasn't particularly like, I was more active over there when I first went to Thailand because I was just a noob in Thailand. But I'm like, by the time I just started getting those pings, I hadn't messaged that server for ages. Like it would have been probably a couple months. Like I wasn't like a active member in that group or anything. It was just sort of one of the many Thailand servers that I was in.
Okay. I mean, the only one thing that I saw, you know, which, because there was this other guy that was talking about having dated between 16-year-olds and 22-year-olds.
Yeah, did he know about this? That's what I want to know.
He was talking about this around the same time you were talking in the Discord, so I think the idea was that maybe you saw this and were willingly participating in conversation with someone like this.
No, I didn't say that. I did not say that.
Right, okay.
And I'm against that. I think that's gross, if that's what...
Well, see, that's the thing about this stupid-ass speculating is that there's no... He just says, I didn't see it, and you're over. This is a very interesting
story, because I'm starting to see why people might be thinking he's being, like, a little bit Weasley, because it's like the excuses or whatever, or something like that. It's a very strange situation, because he's not really being pinpointed on a specific crime that he can even prove, right?
Well, yeah, because there's no... The thing is he looks Weasley because he's answering allegations that are complete speculation. I mean, there's no...
Yeah, that's the problem
evidence for anything. To be honest with you, I mean, that's what I see from this. He's being pressed on something that's like, did you fuck an underage girl in Thailand? It's like, well, how can you answer that without sounding like you're like, well, no, I was just here. You know, it's like the allegation of, did you know that there was a message where someone said they like 16-year-olds? No.
Yeah.
How do you...
But they can't prove that either, right?
Yeah.
It's not like if they had him like dead to rights, like the guy sent the message and then the next message in the server was him talking about something else or whatever, right? It's like, okay, you obviously saw that, right? Yeah. But they don't have that, right? So yeah, I'm listening to this convo and I can kind of see how people are listening to this and being like, his excuses suck. What is this or whatever? Excuse. But it's also like, he's responding to the most retarded like allegations ever.
Yeah, well, allegations that are pure speculation. So his response also has to be speculation.
Right.
It's this weird situation where you're forced into saying something with no proof because the allegation is no proof. So you just kind of all around it just sounds weird. The fact that this is even happening.
Yeah. I don't know, dude. This drama is such a strange, like, nothing burger that was, like, exploded into something.
Yeah.
I don't even know where this originated from. Was this on, like, r/YouTube drama?
Oh, yeah. Well, what happened with this guy, from what I know, for what happened on YouTube drama, was that he posted this video on YouTube drama. He was like, I've exposed Internet Anarchist as a predator. Watch my video. I exposed him.
Wait, that was how he sold the video? I exposed him as a predator?
I'm pretty sure.
So the people in the chat, they were like, oh, well, he's not making that claim. Okay, so they can eat my fucking dick now. Okay, yes. Got it.
Yeah, I believe that's how he said it. And so he made that argument. The YouTube drama mods were like, this video kind of sucks, so we're going to ban this user from YouTube drama. We're going to leave his post up, but he's banned because his video is like insane and makes way too many speculating arguments.
Yeah.
And then he has now deleted the post on Reddit. He actually removed it. So the post doesn't even exist anymore. But yeah, that's kind of how he framed it on Reddit.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, and also this is another thing too. The thumbnail uses someone else's message of 12 to 16 to make it look like I ever said that. Yeah, the thumbnail has 12 to 16. That's that random DJ guy who sent the message in the chat.
Oh, is it
Oh,
changed?
he changed it.
He
It did
changed
say
it.
that ping
Wow,
pong-
what a Weasley fuck. Does anyone have the original
Or maybe he has
thumbnail?
A/B testing, but that spot that said ping pong right there did say 12 to 16 in one of the thumbnails.
Wow, that is actually full on malicious, dude.
Yeah,
That is actually just totally malicious.
yeah.
Yeah, so fuck this guy.
No,
and
he's
the
a
thing is, like,
complete-
he's such a bitch too, because I'm in his Discord server, like, right now or whatever. He
Yeah.
has, like, the fucking general in his server locked down, so you can't even, like, engage with him or, like, talk to him about anything. And he kept, like, last night, he was, like, turning it on and off. He was, like, kept saying, like, oh, I'm going to bed. I'm turning the server off, guys. And then it's like, oh, actually, I'm going to turn it back on or whatever, right? And people were asking him to go on Lyrics to stream last night.
Yeah.
And he wouldn't do it. He was like, I just
refusing.
uploaded the information. I think Internet Anarchist should go on stream. Well, now he's obviously got on stream on Chud Logic. So where the fuck is this guy?
Yeah.
I mean, bring him on. Like, I would bring him on.
Well, yeah, innocent until proven guilty doesn't mean the Internet Anarchist has to go on and prove his innocence of allegations that don't even have any substantial, like, substance in reality, right?
Yeah.
He's going on and proving his innocence, which makes him looks a little bit weird and sus because he's addressing allegations that don't mean anything. It's really this guy's responsibility, Bim Bom, to go prove the guilt, right? It's your responsibility to prove the guilt.
Right. He
And
hasn't
he's
finished his
refusing to
work
do
yet.
it.
He thinks it's just because he made this dog shit video and he just dumped a bunch of screenshots out there. He's done. He's officially finished. He's done the
Internet
work.
Anarchist is exposed.
And now he's busy on his other video on this big million sub YouTuber that gets hundreds of million views a month. New expose coming soon, guys. It's like, no, you haven't finished this one yet. You haven't even really started. I mean, you've shown some screenshots or whatever, right? But you've barely finished.
Yeah,
This video's like 20% done.
someone says, reach out to him saying that you're a child doing drugs, then maybe he'd talk to you. Bim Bom.
That actually would work too.
Yeah,
And that's the
I'm
other thing. It's just
struggling.
creepy as fuck.
Yeah.
Like, he's literally saying in his videos, like, if you're a child who struggles with drug abuse, talk to me. I'll help
Message
you.
me. I'll do the
help
best I
you.
can to help
I'll do the
you.
best I can. Really?
Yeah.
Fucking weirdo. The fuck
It's
are you
just-
talking about?
Yeah, this video sucks. This guy definitely sucks. He absolutely framed it in the most bad faith, like insane way possible for an anarchist.
Yeah.
And Internet Anarchist, I mean, people are criticizing like, oh, he's typing too much in chats and he's going on streams. It's like,
Well, he's
I understand
responding
he's
to
responding to it, but also I understand it's like you're forced to try to
Look, we're like
engage with
the
the negative.
fifth stream that's covered this that has
Yeah.
like over 1,000 viewers. I mean,
I mean, yeah, I
obviously.
understand
And the one thing I will say that's funny about this story, I feel like this video had to be like a total nothing burger, but I feel like the commentary
it.
community just
just
like blew this shit up.
Yeah.
This 73 sub channel.
yeah.
They just found this guy's video. They're like, this is the discourse now. We're talking about this. It's so
Holy
fucking
shit.
stupid. It's also funny though. I don't know.
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, look, if Bing Bong, look, I'm all ears if he has something to show. Unfortunately, this video left a lot to be fucking desired for. It's like memes and shit posts in it, and just
Yeah.
random interjections that just mean nothing. He's
Yeah.
like, he had dirty mind and he
Yeah.
wanted to please himself in Thailand or something. It's like,
So he flew and landed in Thailand. That means he was wanting to build a harem and fuck 30 girls and please his
fucking
fucking
crazy,
dick. It's like,
dude.
okay.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Obviously, there isn't really, I don't think, a strong claim with some of these other messages, which are a lot more egregious, that you would have seen those. But yeah, so if you'd have seen that message, like, would you have taken any other action or left the server? Like, what would you have done if you'd have seen this stuff?
If I never reported, like,
I mean,
Well,
yeah,
I'm supposed to-
props to
yeah,
Chud
I
for-
don't know, report it.
I mean, yeah,
Like,
props to Chud for the interview. I mean, this is what you have to ask, but at the same
Right.
time, it's like, what can you fucking ask? And what answer do you expect? What would you have seen if you saw someone say they dated a 16-year-old? Really? You know?
yeah, literally.
I mean,
though.
again, not to Chud. He's doing what he's supposed to do, but the fact that this has to be questions that are asked is proof that this video is just fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously.
Dude, I will say this though. One thing I am going to be doing is I will be subscribing to Bim Bom because I do want to see his second exposed video.
Holy shit.
Because he really hit it out of the park with this first one, and I just cannot wait for what he has in store next. Like, how is he going to fuck this up next? That's what I want to know. So
Yeah.
I actually will be subscribing to him just on the a basis that I think this guy is definitely a new up-and-coming top commentator that's really hitting it out of the park.
No,
you
he's
know?
nailing these videos.
I got to see what he does next.
I'd probably leave, report it. Like, I don't know the guy. I don't have any personal connection. It's like literally an online forum. Like,
What would you do if you, Augie, what would you do if you saw someone say they wanted to date a 16-year-old on Twitter?
I would think about killing them in my mind
It's
or
like-
something.
It's like, what am I supposed
If
to say
I saw
to
a
this?
guy that liked 16-year-olds, like, on the internet, I
Yeah.
would sit there in my room and I'd be like,
report it, and
I would fucking kill him if I saw him. That's what I would
it's like,
do.
yeah, obviously we fucking don't like that, but what the fuck is this? Like, how
Yeah,
is he-
what are you supposed to? You
what
can't
it-
do anything
Yeah,
other
I mean-
than just, I guess, block or leave.
Yeah,
now he
just a
should leave
random
the
user.
server. I will say, because it seems like they're. Well, actually, should he leave the server? There's just a few creeps in there.
There's
If
like
the whole-
one guy.
If it's like full of creeps, he should
yeah, one
leave.
guy says, I dated a 16-year-old.
It's like, okay, well, I guess tell the mods or something.
Yeah, but also like he says he didn't even see it, so that doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
No, sure, I understand. You know, I mean, I'm not. I never said or believe that you're any sort of like anything to do with kids or pedophilia off the back of this. I just think that I guess the criticism would be that if there's a server and people are participating in these kind of conversations, like it's just not a place that you would want to be involved in or participating in, and you'd probably leave. I would have thought.
Absolutely. And, you know, I probably should have left it as soon as I saw people talking about like NSFW things in there. But again, it was literally when you searched up Thailand Discord, it was one of the top results. So I was just in there. And yeah, I shouldn't have been in there at all. And especially not in there on a work related account. But yeah, I'm not in that group. I'm not an active participant. And I joined because it was a very public server called Thailand Discord. It wasn't some like, oh, not safe for work underground.
This is so
Discord.
stupid.
Yeah, the
or
fact he
anything
has to like
that.
answer this.
This is so
Thailand server.
stupid, dude.
And it has thousands of people in it, all who searched up Thailand Discord. So yeah, there are shitty people in there. There
What
are
a
weird
horrible
people
fucking excuse.
in
Fuck
that
you,
group.
dude.
I think
I'm
you
just
should
kidding.
respond to the allegations of living in Thailand, a country full of pedophiles. If you live in a country full of pedophiles, you should respond. You know? You should clear that up. Why do you
Yeah.
live in a country full of pedophiles? Like just any country in the world. Like
Yeah.
we live in America, we need to respond to that. There's a country
Yeah.
full of pedophiles.
Yeah, everywhere.
Yeah. Chud also interviewed DJ the Mod, who was 56 and dated a 17-year-old. He interviewed DJ,
The one random guy in the server.
who was like, yeah, I date 16-year-olds. And he's 56, by the way.
Jesus,
Dude,
man.
what the fuck did that guy have to say about it?
I think some people do go to Thailand with malicious intent. I definitely think that does happen. But I think the way it's been framed around me and the way he's said,
You're
like,
sick.
oh, I'm trying to escape Australia. I planned my escape. And I went to this place for the explicit intention of committing crimes over there and doing bad things. It's like, no, that's not at all what happened. And it's very malicious framing. I think he went into it thinking, I'm going to make a hit piece. And then he's tried to take all these cropped screenshots and put them in a way and present them in a way which is trying to make me look like I'm some like drug addicted trafficker who just surrounds myself with bad people.
The more I listen to this, the more stupid this whole entire situation
Right.
becomes. Like when we were watching the video, I was like, all right, we got something to watch here.
Yeah.
The more this interview, and again, it's no diss to Chud or anything, but it's like the more this interview goes on, the more I'm just like, what the fuck am I listening to?
How is this even real, man?
This is so stupid.
Yeah, sure. I had problems with the video. I think that it was very clear that his intent was to frame you as this depraved, drug-addled freak who was escaping Australia to go and bang a load of Thai whores. I thought that was an unreasonable presentation, but I could definitely see an argument for like some sort of reckless behavior having been engaged in, particularly with like attending the show, not thinking that through and
Yeah,
thinking of the
I
problems with that.
agree. I think that was reckless. Like I wouldn't go again. I found it uncomfortable, which, you know, I think it's
Yeah.
just- I-
Alex, this guy just made up allegations and now Internet Anarchist has to figure out how to say it's bullshit in a nice way. It's like,
Dude, yeah.
Yeah.
How does he, can't he just call in and just be like, fuck this guy. He's a fucking retard. I didn't do shit.
Yeah.
Everyone who's covering this can go kill themselves. Why can't he say that?
yeah. I mean, I guess he could, but
Yeah, no, actually though, like he's like cucked because like for some reason this is discourse. Like this video, if commentary didn't cover this video would have gone nowhere.
of course.
And it would have just maybe like Reddit would have covered it or something, and that's it. Did this post even have like a lot of? Was YouTube Drama really like promoting this video a lot?
I think it had a couple. It either had a couple hundred upvotes or a lot of comments with a few upvotes where people were like, "Oh, this is really sus and weird. I don't know if I fully agree with this." And a lot of people thought it was fake at first too. Like,
well,
they thought-
Reddit's just like the dumbest group of people
Yeah.
on earth. You really have to like guide Redditors and like hold their hands and explain to them the whole situation, because I guarantee none of those people on Reddit actually care about this. It's just they think that they have to because they're like, oh, I guess Internet Anarchist got exposed.
Yeah. So
But in reality, it's like, yeah, if you use your common sense and you watch this video, you'd be like, this is kind of weak.
and
It's actually
bullshit.
really weak at all.
Yeah.
Or really, yeah, this is just totally shit. But with Redditors, you just have to hold their hand and guide them through the drama
and tell them all the bullshit.
and explain to them what their opinion should be.
Yep.
I say in that same message that I talk about it, I said I was uncomfortable. I said it twice. I was like, I was uncomfy, and I was like, I said also I was uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Because that's what it was. That was the experience. It was shocking, uncomfortable, and I left it. And I was like, yeah, no, would never want to go back to that.
I mean, I'll just play devil's advocate on this particular point because didn't really agree with the video's framing myself, but like, how would you respond to these claims about you in regards to drug trafficking, taking drugs across international lines?
no.
Like, what's your
There's
thoughts
just
on
no
that?
point in even.
All right, do we
answering
even
that.
care about this?
I don't even care
I think
about-
that's it. Yeah.
He's fine.
He can be the biggest trafficker in the world. It does not
Based on
matter to
everything
me.
we saw, there's no evidence of any of that.
And
that
again, if he
matters.
was trafficking like fucking, I don't know, like horse tranquilizer into like, Washington State or something like that's the drug trafficking that I would be
Yes.
like, holy shit.
Yeah,
or
bringing-
Xanax across the Mexican border. Sure,
Well,
right?
yeah, but the point
drug
is he's not
trafficking,
selling it.
aka just having a fucking bag of edibles in your backpack at the airport.
Yeah.
That's not trafficking to me.
They're
That's,
saying listen to his response. His
listen
response
to
is
it.
funny.
Okay.
I think those are stupid claims. Like, who cares?
Let's go.
W take.
Let's fucking go. Let's fucking
Let's go. That's
All
what he
right.
should have said as soon as he joined. Is that it's
Well,
stupid.
I
Who
think
cares?
that's. Does he say more?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really have much.
Let's go. That's W fucking
exactly
response.
what you had
If
to
he
say.
said that about the whole video,
Then it's a stupid claim. Who cares?
who cares? He calls it a chat. He's like, okay, let's talk about this. Who gives a fuck? There you go. Wow. That was an interesting situation there, everyone. All right, that was the Internet Anarchist allegations. And the verdict is kill or is he saved?
Kill. No, I'm just kidding.
No.
He said.
Yeah, okay.
He said I see nothing to extremely condemn him for.
I mean, we should condemn him for being a filthy fucking degenerate going to...
Yeah, I mean, going to Thailand, I will say objectively, you can say maybe it raises a red flag, maybe it raises alarm bells at worst. But unless you have definitive proof something there is happening, you can't say anything without looking like an idiot.
I don't
and
know.
assuming shit.
It's could you say it's a red flag?
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
just going to Thailand in general, you could look
Just
at
going
it.
to the country in
Yeah,
general.
I would say you could look at it and be like, is there something happening here?
Yeah.
And then obviously if you have no proof of it, all you can say is there something happening here? That's it.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's nothing else, I mean, so.
Well, there
Whatever.
we go, guys. So that is the Internet Anarchist exposed video. And yeah, I guess if you want a fuckload of attention in this community, just make it really shitty. It doesn't matter how dog shit it is or how good it is. Just throw anything together.
Yeah.
Really, any YouTuber, and it will be required to become discourse.
Yeah.
When
it's a slow week, just pump one of these out.
Aim for it to be a slow week, which we might be having a lot of those this year. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But you can just mash any pile of shit together. It doesn't even matter if people hate your video. It will still be talked about and given discourse and given attention for some reason.